Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of In the Kitchen with Lily and Levi. I hope y'all are enjoying it. A lot of requests last week for pizza, since somebody mentioned pizza, but we don't have an oven, so pizza is not happening quite yet. We'll have to figure out the oven thing. So this week we're gonna do summer rolls. I hope everyone is quite excited. It looks like Petunia is losing consciousness again, right on cue.
I'm really tired. I only took 18 naps instead of my usual 27.
Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so the ingredients that you're going to need. You know, specifically if you're making summer rolls, you're gonna need rice paper. And this rice paper, I get the nice big ones. For the filling, I like to use some vermicelli noodles. These are totally optional. If you don't wanna use these, you can just fill these bad boys with vegetables alone. For the vegetable filling, we're gonna have a base of mung bean sprouts and cabbage and carrot. Everything else is gonna get sliced up real pretty and go inside. And you can just choose what kind of vegetables you want, but I happen to love red onion, tomato, red pepper, cucumbers, and avocado. And some cilantro. I'm gonna make some really yummy peanut sauce, and I'll have to show you the ingredients for that when we get to it because I have to hide the peanut butter from this guy.
You don't do a good job. I keep finding them.
You look like an angel. Can you stop wearing the halo light? This is what happens when you don't want to pay $400 for a halo light. So the carrots I like to do with this kind of peeler. If you can't find it or if you don't have it, don't worry, you just chop it up into matchsticks. Working on a little bit of peanut sauce, and Levi is something of a peanut sauce master.
Half a cup of creamy peanut butter, 1 clove of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and then I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lime inside here. Alright.
Oh, I see you changed the recipe.
I figured try something different. I don't know how much really to put, so I'm just gonna put that much for now. And then I'm going to put...
You're cheating! Oh my god!
Quiet.
I can see it.
You can see the whole thing?
I can see it.
We're gonna put 1/3 cup of water, which I'm guesstimating is that much.
Yeah, that looks like a half cup.
Well, the thing with peanut sauce is you really cannot screw it up.
Well, you can,
only make
you
it
can
better.
always fix it.
Well, yeah, if you go by like a basic recipe like this one, right? And you mix her up, get her to the consistency that it should be. You taste it, and you can pretty much tell whether you need more salt, more sugar, vinegar, which I didn't add yet because I like to add that later. Because if you mess up with the vinegar, you put too much inside, then you really got to put every single ingredient you put in here in again, you know, to make it more.
I really hate to be like my controlling self.
I got a fork.
But yeah, a fork would probably be better.
Okay. I think that was a huge piece of garlic. Did you see it?
I saw it. I didn't want to say anything.
Right there.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, to give Levi such a hard time. And I'm like, well, otherwise we end up eating giant chunks of garlic.
Which I don't mind. So this is looking a little bit thicker than usual, but we're going to try and give it a taste, see what we need to add.
Great.
We're going to just add a little bit of sky side.
Whoa. Honey.
What, was that too much?
That was a lot.
Dude, you relax. I'm in charge of this stuff now, okay? You just said I was a peanut sauce master. Wait. Relax.
I mean, I was flattering you.
You've never watched me make this before. Not bad. What do you think? More salt?
No, I think it needs more sugar.
More sugar. That's the thing. I always think it needs more salt, but it needs more sugar. So
That's good.
I don't know. What was that? Another 2 tablespoons?
I don't know.
You really kind of, I don't know, come out tasting the way I want it, so I always gotta tweak it out a little bit.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that, you know, you don't really measure, so you cannot really duplicate it again. Well, I don't measure. I think that's the one. What do you think? What do you think? Does it need more, what, lemon? Lime, I mean?
No, maybe just like a tiny splash more of the Bragg's.
Oh,
like tiny,
more Bragg's now?
tiny splash more. No. Sorry, the Bragg's liquid aminos,
Oh.
not the Bragg's vinegar. Oh, that was close. That's good.
But the thing with peanut sauce is you can make it taste really horrible, but you can fix it. You're just adding a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. If it tastes really horrible, beyond restoration, just add more water and start from, kind of scratch. But oh, that is good.
It is good.
Now that is perfect.
Just be careful with that advice. You're gonna make some fucked up peanut sauce.
No, you can only make more of it, right? You just stretch the recipe. So you might start off making something like this and end up with a gallon, but it's okay. Peanut sauce is good.
So we're still gonna work on the veggies. Please leave my carrot alone.
What the heck is this?
Leave my carrot alone.
Is this done?
And can you get your peanut sauce spoon? It's not done. Get your peanut sauce spoon out of that.
Sorry, babe.
What the heck? And where did that knife come from? Why?
This is my knife?
You know that makes me so mad. Everybody knows that that's my knife.
This is my knife for tonight.
No, don't threaten to stab me with my own knife. These little carrot nubbins are so infuriating. So you don't really have to flavor the vegetables, but I like to give them like a little something. So just a little bit of lime juice. And then can you give it a quick squirt of the Bragg's liquid aminos, please?
This guy?
Yeah. I'm gonna cut the tomatoes. And what I do is I cut the tomatoes in quarters and then very carefully run my knife along the outside flesh to de-seed the tomato so you get all the seeds and stuff that are kind of unsightly. And then I just throw all of that stuff into the mix. That way these are really easy to chop like this and you get nice sticks of tomato. See? Hey, don't eat them. There's never enough tomato.
You see how easy that was? If I can do it, anybody can do that. I'm gonna try it again.
The trick is to push down, to like push your blade down into the board and then just wiggle very slightly. You don't want too much force to be coming towards your fingers. Can't tell you how many like thumb tips I've cleaned off of chopping boards. I just don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again.
I saw a guy cut his finger off with a skill saw.
So the way Levi was holding the knife, like the way he was holding the tomato, which scares me, is he holds it like this. So your thumb sticks out more than your fingers when your hand is like this. That's dangerous. That's why you do the chef claw. Like this, with your thumb tucked underneath your fingers.
What about the other fingers?
Well, that's why you poke out this knuckle. So that the knuckle rests against the blade of the knife. And then you come up and you guide with that knuckle. I mean, that is why I have so many scars on that knuckle. But your knuckle grows back a lot faster than the tip of your thumb.
Owie!
Alright.
Yeah.
All they had were these silly little cucumbers. So you just want to squeeze a little bit, give it a nice massage, get the flavors to incorporate. So for the vermicelli noodles, why do they package these so weird? First step is to get them open. So you can put these into a pot or a metal bowl. Oh, I made this mistake last time too. They have these threads that look like noodles, but they're not. I think I fed this to you last time.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to offend you.
It's like the time I fed my mom a rubber band on accident. And then I just boiled some water. You can do this on the stove. And they get nice and soft. Make sure everything is submerged. And then we'll let this sit for a few minutes. And they'll get pretty much translucent once they're done. Dude, you can hear them. Do you hear that? All right, so we're gonna start rolling, and this is definitely the most irritating part of the whole process, but it's worth it if you do it right, okay? So listen up, I'm gonna give you all the tips you need. So first tip is to always use 2 so that you can double layer it. And you can see like this one has a lot of pretty messed up around the edges. I might skip that one. I would usually use it and just deal with it, but since we're doing demonstrations. So you just wet them in the sink. On both sides, make sure everything gets wet. And then I always put them textured side down. And if you have a side that has more cracks and stuff in it, make sure you put that in the overlapped part. And then I put them like this, so that they're not exactly overlapped, but partially. Take whatever you want to show up on the top, and you put it about there. So you can put your veggies, and then some of your cabbage, sprout, carrot, and onion mix. It's always tempting to put a lot of filling in here, and you'll end up overstuffing them, so try to stop yourself. And you need to move fairly quickly. Woo! A little bit of rice noodles, or vermicelli noodles, I guess, what, that's mung beans? And then you take it, you pull it equal pressure, wrap it over, then pull back and tuck. Once you get that seam to meet, you fold over the sides and then keep rolling. And this is the least overstuffed one I've ever made.
That is the smallest. See? That is the smallest one you've ever made.
That is the smallest one I've ever made, but you see, it's really effective. It works. See?
I've been telling her to make small kind all the time, and she's like, no, I gotta stuff them.
Well, they're better when they're stuffed. Nice one, Sir Bangs a lot. They're quite sticky too. Hey! All right.
I really get to see the side of my arm ever.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're not Lily, your summer rolls are probably gonna look a little bit more like my summer rolls. Avocado in this guy first, right? And then maybe a little bit of cucumber. And then we're gonna put a little bit of peppers. And then a couple of tomatoes, right? Mm-hmm. And, oh, some of this guy.
Yeah.
And grab some of this
Careful, they're hot in there too.
vermicelli noodles a little bit.
Hey, looking good, babe.
Yeah, dude.
See?
Almost better than yours, I think.
Look at that.
Check that out.
Anybody can do them. Damn, I'm hungry. I want to eat. Usually when it's just me in the kitchen, I like purposefully mess up the first one and then just eat it to keep myself going.
Oh, is that your excuse? You always mess up. One of the reasons that I cringe every time she says we're gonna make summer rolls for dinner is because I know the first 3 summer rolls are gonna be F-bombs, all this, F-bombs that, fly this over here.
There was one time, in my defense, I was trying to do my taxes and I was just like so infuriated. It was my first year being self-employed, and then I tried to make summer rolls and I just really wanted my summer rolls and it would not work, and I threw them across the room.
Yeah, it's enough to traumatize anybody. Also, if you're stressed out, don't make these.
Yeah, don't make them. Don't make them if you're stressed. There's no point.
And one more thing. When you stack them,
they stick to each other really badly.
Yeah, so you gotta leave a little gap. Yeah, you can't like just stack them up high, because...
Yeah, well you can. I mean, they have like a little bit of give, a surprising amount of stretch and give, but it's best to give yourself some room in between them. And they don't do really well in the refrigerator overnight.
Oh.
The most common mistakes people make. 1, they get their rice paper too wet, or they don't roll it fast enough, so it ends up getting soggy and unmanageable. Second biggest mistake, they overstuff the summer rolls. Don't overstuff your summer rolls. Yeah, see, that's the one you gotta eat. Hey, come on, let me have
Hold on,
some.
I can...
That was a good summer roll.
That's pretty good. I got one. How about we use one hand each? One hand now.
Yeah. Have to get it uniformly wet. Oh god. Okay. Make sure you give it a really good shake. Textured side down.
They both have texture.
They don't. We're doing a really good job. I feel like we keep trying to screw up, and it's just not screwing up. Look at us. Oh, it's not wet enough yet. It's getting there.
Oh shucks.
I got you, baby. I got you.
No, I have something bad happening on my side.
It's okay. It's just a little avocado explosion. You'll be fine. Don't pick it up yet. Look at that. Look at this, honey.
It's not bad at all, dude.
We tried to mess up and we can't even mess up because we're just like... We're soulmates. We're summer roll soulmates. Ooh. And when you're getting towards the bottom of your cabbage and sprout mix, try to keep all of that liquid out of it because you don't want to put super liquidy stuff into the filling because it'll waterlog your rice paper and make it fall apart. That's also why I like the wooden chopping boards for the rolling process because it's a little bit absorptive, which means that if there is any extra water, it tends to go into the board instead of swamping your rice paper. And also make sure that when you're ready to roll, make sure that you have nice, clean edges all around here. Because as you're rolling, if stuff is falling out the sides, the rice paper isn't going to stick to itself well enough. Here we go. Ooh. Is that the cops or an ambulance? There you go. Look at that. Not too bad, if I do say so myself. No swearing.
Holy smokes!
Holy smokes!
It's a lot of summer rolls.
It is a lot of summer
In a
rolls.
very short period of time, dude. You rolled this in
I know.
like 5 minutes?
It happened so fast and they came out so good. I'm not understanding what happened. And they're not overstuffed. Like I didn't even overstuff one, and sometimes I was trying purposely to overstuff it, but it wouldn't overstuff.
Because you usually got like 5 or 6 that are good and about 15 that look like you dropped on the floor.
And then there's like the 6 or 7 that I usually eat while I'm rolling.
Let's do this.
Give this video a thumbs up, like this, if you want Levi to quit his job so he can stay home and cook with me all day. Yeah, I miss you.
I miss you too, dude.
Alright you guys, thank you for watching. Requests for recipes go down below. We can't cook pizza. I'm sorry, I'll see what we can do. We could do mac and cheese.
Oh, dude, mac and cheese.
Yeah,
I think
vegan mac and
is good.
cheese.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Let me know what you guys think down below.
Yeah, or
All right.
whatever.
Make sure that you subscribe if you want to stay up to date with our videos, and then ding that little bell that's down there too so that you'll be notified when I actually upload.
You guys in my house, I want to eat already.
And if you want to have dinner with us, you're gonna have to head over to my what I eat in a day video, which will be right up here.
In my nose?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. The microphone wasn't on. We have to redo all of it. I'm not kidding.
What the fuck? So I'm black. Started work again. In the sun.
I'm not gonna know what you're talking.
Well, this is not the blackest I can get. I can get to a tone where you cannot see me at night. And if I didn't smile,
Yeah, and you look kind of
I
purple.
would be invisible.
Why are they cutting their freaking lawn right now?
Oh, can you hear it?
I'm sure you can hear it. I love you so much.
I love you too. Come give me a kiss.
Peanut sauce kisses.
Oh man.
Okay,
My second favorite kiss.
what the fuck is your first? Unauthorized cutting.
Don't mess around with me like that.
You have a hole in you.
What the fuck? I just bought this fucking shirt.
I know, I told you. Shitty.
Hey!
What is this, Hanes?
Hey.
What the fuck? Stop.
Oh, my wrinkles are defined in this guy. Look at that. Bang. Edit it out. You're gonna edit this out, right? If I see that in the bloopers, I'm gonna know that you're full of shit.